welcome back to my channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and like this video. So today I'm coming to you from the Middleton Place in Charleston, South Carolina. And it is one of the oldest landscape gardens, which was, I guess they were landscaped in 1741. And then of course the Middletons lived here. As you see, it's in the background. That's one of the houses. They actually had three, but they were burned down. Two of them were burned down in the Civil War. So yeah, anyway, hope you enjoy this video. I am going to give you some history of the people who lived at the Middleton Place. John Williams began building the Middleton Place in the late 1730s. His son-in-law, Henry Middleton, who later served as the president of the First Continental Congress, completed the house's main section and its flankers and began to work on the elaborate gardens. Middleton's son, Arthur, who also signed the Declaration of Independence, was born at the Middleton Place and lived at the plantation in the last years of his life. Arthur's son and grandson, Henry and Williams, oversaw the Middleton Place's transition from a country residence to a more active rice plantation. After it was burnt down in 1865, the restoration began in 1916 when John Julius Pringle Smith, a descendant of the Middletons, and his wife Henningham began several decades of meticulously rebuilding the plantation's gardens. They had a New York architect, Bancel Lafarge, design the stable yard, stable, work buildings, and cottages. The buildings were constructed of brick salvaged from the ruined main house. In the 1970s, the plantation was placed on the National Register of Historic Places. This is where the butterflies are coming from. Look how pretty they are. I love a butterfly. Have you ever been to a butterfly garden? They're so cool. They just like fly around you. Ooh. The Middleton oak, also known as the tree of trees and called the most beautiful, majestic, yet friendliest of all trees, is around 1,000 years old and has a circumference of over 37 feet. It was named the Constitution Bicentennial Tree in 1989. Though many oak trees were removed to construct the gardens, this tree was arguably spared because of its impressive nature and size. Is that thunder? like it's dying. Guys, this gator is stalking the egret. Look at it. Appearing as a natural wilderness area, the Bosque Tomb offers a sense of contrast to a more formal garden. It also provides an ideal burial ground and appropriately contains the family tomb. Near the tomb is a memorial of the Middleton family members who were instrumental in the creation and restoration and preservation of the gardens. The Middleton Place house that stands today is all that remains of the grand three-building residence that was home of the distinguished Middleton family. The main house, which is now in ruins, dates to early 1700s and with some 500 surrounding acres was part of the dowry brought by Mary Williams to her marriage to Henry Middleton in 1741. Henry immediately began establishing the gardens. In 1755, he further improved the property with the construction of two dependencies, or flankers, one on either side of the three-story brick house. The north flanker contained a library of 10,000 volumes, a music conservatory, plus oil and watercolor paintings, prints, and other objects of art. The plantation office was located downstairs in the south flanker with additional sleeping space upstairs for visiting friends and family. Union troops set fire to the Middleton Place on February 22nd of 1865, burning the house and the north flanker beyond repair. The south flanker was restored by the family in 1869 to 1870 to be their actual residence. The collection suggests the taste and interests of the Middleton family and informs us about the lives of their household slaves. The spring house was built in 1741 and fed by spring waters. It provided cool storage for dairy products and other foods. The upper floor was added in 1851 and used as a chapel for the enslaved community and contains a set of interpretive panels on the history and use of the building. So guys, I wasn't allowed to take a video inside the house, so sorry friends.
Just enjoy the outside.
But enjoy the gardens because they're really beautiful. This is the rice thing, isn't it? It doesn't have a sign that says keep off grass. A decade before the beginning of the Civil War, the mill was built both as a way to grind corn and to garden folly. The underwater turbine beside the mill turned the horizontal spoked wheel from which a belt moved through the two holes in the brick wall, providing power to turn the great millstones. Guys, I'm so upset. I lost my mask. So now I can't go inside anywhere.
I'll use my shirt as face cover.
Yeah. Woo! No? Okay.
Yeah, keep going that way. No.
The plantation stable yards is an outdoor interpretive area that focuses on the working life of the low country plantation. Within its confines are various artisan shops highlighting the work done by enslaved craftsmen and artisans, display areas focusing on agriculture, timber, hide tanning, and domestic work, crop gardens of heirloom vegetables and other plants, and paddocks with domestic animals based on the Middleton documents. The carriage house houses a collection of late 19th to early 20th century vehicles, including an elegant brougham, a three-seat surrey, a jump seat buggy, a governess cart, and other types of vehicles. Prior to the end of the Civil War, clothing and linens were sewn by hand. The shorn fleeces from the Middleton Place sheep are spun into wool skeins, which are available for purchase in the garden market. A little bit. So guys, what I have to say about the Middleton Place is, number one, don't plan on using cash because they won't let you, which I'm pretty sure is illegal. And two, don't pay the extra money to tour the house. I really don't think it's worth it. And three, I think the gardens were nice, and I think the property was nice. But I don't necessarily know that it's worth the $26 that you pay to get in. Just my thoughts. But, I mean, we still had a pretty good time, and we got to see a lot of cool things, I guess you could say. And we got to learn a little bit about the Middletons. But yeah, that's just my 2 cents on the Middletons. Do you have anything you want to say?
Left-handers rule.
Anything else you want to say?
Gators rule.
Oh yeah, by the way, at the Middleton place we saw like 4 alligators, I think.
I'm not talking about alligators, I'm talking about the Florida Gators.
Don't listen to him. Find a
Swamp
good
Live.
one.
Woo woo!